Hey guys, how's it going? So, I just wanted to give you an update on my dreams this week. They were really, really weird. I want to warn you, the dreams this week were so weird. So, the first one that I want to tell you about happened on June 23rd. I wrote them down this time. And I dreamt that I saw this bus, and on the bus was the word Yale. And so Yale, just in case you're not hearing me right, Yale, and the letter L and the number 15. So you guys know the reason why I take this stuff seriously is because these dreams and visions keep coming true. And I honestly don't know why. But anyway, that's what I saw in my dream. The weird thing about it, though, was that I was actually, because you know how when you're dreaming, um, you well, okay, I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm dreaming, um, I don't have control over what I'm doing in my dream. But for some reason, that time, I was actually able to look back at that bus. I saw the bus and then I looked away in my dream, and then I was like, wait a minute. I think there was something written on the back of that bus. Let me look again. And I actually looked back at the bus, and I saw the words and the number. And so that was kind of unusual. That hasn't happened to me before. And then I, of course, like made sure to remember it by the time I would. In order for me to remember this stuff in my dreams, I have to remind myself over and over and over again. Okay, remember this. Don't forget. Don't forget. Anyway, so I just thought that was kind of weird. And I did a Google search, and I I don't know, it brought up some weird, like, it brought up a few things, but one of the things it brought up was this weird chemistry thing. So I don't know. Nanotubes. I have no idea what this is, but my dreams are, um I'm sure you guys, some of you guys have figured this out, that my dreams are pretty much in code. Okay, so um then I actually had a vision on June 24th. Just so you guys know, I've been trying not to have visions since, for like 6 months. I've been trying not to, just because it's really stressful. And I don't want the visions anymore. I can't control the dreams. The dreams happen when I'm unconscious, but the visions, I'm just like, ugh, I can't handle it anymore. It's too difficult. It's too stressful. Um, and so I just don't want to see him. But as you guys know, a couple of visions are coming through anyway. Like, for example, the one that I saw of, the two circles and the billowing smoke before the Boston bombing, and then I just had another one on June 24th. So on June 24th, um, Jesus was standing right in front of me, and he held up his right hand, and he had four, what looked like four missiles in his right hand. And then, and then he held up his left hand, and again he had four missiles. So it kind of looked like, I'll kind of try to draw it here. So he had his right hand up, and there were four they looked like either rockets or missiles. And then he held up his other hand, and again, there were four missiles or rockets. Um, then, and they were, by the way, they were black. They were all black or like gray, dark gray. And then he took his right hand with the four missiles in his right hand and he put it in his pocket. And I couldn't understand. I'm like, I don't know what that means. I had no idea. And so he took one of the missiles from his right hand and put it on his toe. I know that sounds so weird. And I was like, what is he doing? Did I really just see that? And then I realized, and then I finally realized, I was like, so one of the 10 kings. And then it hit me because I've been doing that study on the book of Daniel, a really, really intensive study. So the feet represent the final stage of it represents the end of the 6,000 years, that final stage of the final empire that we're in right now. And the toes represent the 10 kings, the final 10 kings that I don't think have stood up yet. So anyway, I realized what he was saying at that point. Oh, okay, one of the missiles comes from one of the 10 kings. Okay. And then I understood the four and the four because then I remembered, oh yeah, the leopard from Daniel 7 that had the four heads and the four wings. So remember, the four heads happened during Alexander the Great's time. So that was the four kingdoms that Alexander the Great's kingdom was split into. And so I knew, okay, that must be why he put it in his pocket. I Believe me, I didn't understand what I was seeing until after. At first I was like, what does this mean? And then finally it all hit me and I couldn't even believe I didn't understand it at first. But anyway, so that's why he put one of his right hand in his pocket, because that's the four heads. The four heads already happened. But the four wings, remember, the goat from Daniel 8, that's Alexander the Great. And remember, it says he goes up to the four winds. So there's four heads, which have already happened, but the four wings that go up toward heaven, that doesn't happen until the end. That's four of the 10 kings. So I've explained that in some of my other videos. Like if you click on my last video, the one on the dragon mingling with the seed of men, I have a bunch of links in the description box of that video where I go into the study of Daniel. I mean, if you're interested in that. But anyway, that's the vision that I saw. So he showed four missiles. Well, eight. Four on his right hand, four on his left hand, and then his right hand he put in his pocket. So, and then one of them came from the 10 kings. So anyway, it just that's the vision that I saw on the 24th. Okay, then that night on the 24th, I was having this dream, and I think I was in Los Angeles, but I don't remember what the dream was. The only part of the dream that I remembered was that I was looking at a map, and I was going to, and I turned, or actually it was a globe, and I turned the globe to the Pacific Ocean. And then I wrote the number 23 on the Pacific Ocean, except for some reason, and I don't understand why. For some reason, I wrote the number closer to the west coast of the United States. So I remember thinking in my dream, why am I not writing this number in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? That's where most of the space was, because for some weird reason in my dream, I was just concerned about where I was going to write this number. I just wanted to have a lot of space. Anyway, the point is, I have no idea why I wrote it there in my dream, but I wrote the number 23 right off the western coast of the United States. So I don't know what that means. I had that dream on the 24th of June. And then there was actually another part of that dream where I heard in my dream someone said, every living creature. And I saw a bug. I saw like a bug, just a bug crawling like an insect. And I'm not sure what the person was saying. But all I remember was every living creature. And after I woke up, I thought, okay, well, that must be a reference to Matthew 24, where it says that no flesh will survive except the elect, basically, is what it says. Um, I'm paraphrasing, but um, whatever happens at the Great Tribulation event, it does sound like a nuclear event. And um, although I know Revelation talks about this star that falls from heaven, so it's an asteroid, but we also know that it sounds very much like a nuclear event because, I mean, I know some people say, okay, well, an asteroid strike would be like a bunch of nuclear events, so maybe that really is all it is. But the point is, Matthew 24 says that no flesh will survive if they don't save the elect. So I knew that, I mean, I don't know what the 23 meant or anything. I associated in my own mind that, you know, every living creature on the planet, meaning even the bugs. So for some reason, I was thinking that every living creature would be saved. Um, or preserved, or the DNA from every living creature would be preserved or something like that. But like I said, all I heard in the dream was every living creature, and I saw a bug crawl along the ground. So that's all I saw for that dream. And I actually heard that in my dream. Okay, so then after that, I fell back asleep and I had another dream that same night. And in this next dream, I saw a door with the number 614 on it. So, 614. So I have no idea what that means. Like I said, for some reason, I just had a lot of dreams about numbers this week. I don't know why. But anyway, that's that. I saw that number on a door after. This was a different dream, but the same night. Okay. Okay, so then on June 27th, um, I had this. I don't. I guess it was sort of a vision, but it was a little different from the other visions because usually when I have a vision, it's because I tune in to it myself. But for some reason, this vision, it started with a thought that was repeating over and over in my head. And the thought was something to the, I can't remember the exact words of the thought, but it was something to the effect of, look, or no, it's right there, look. It's right there, look. It's right there, look. And it just kept repeating, the thought kept repeating over and over and over in my head until finally I was like, what is that thought? And so I looked, meaning like with my mind, I looked and I saw, um, all I saw was this, something like that, okay? But um, I knew that it was a map. I'm not sure why, but I somehow knew that I was looking at a map and I saw that curve. I know, it, like, what is that? Could be anything, but for some reason, my first thought was Florida. So I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea. But anyway, just that's that. It's right there, look. And then I looked and it looked like Florida to me. But I have, like I said, I have no idea what that was. Okay. And then that night, I had a dream. And I can't really remember much about the dream except that people were sick and I was feeling nauseous and I thought I was getting the sickness, whatever it was. But that's all I remember was that it was just all these people that were sick. And I mean, I have, just so you guys know, I think I've said this before, but I dream from other people's perspective all the time. Like when I have a dream, it's usually not me in the dream. Even though I dream it like it, I'm seeing the things that are going on from somebody else's perspective. I pretty much have figured that out over the years. So, but anyway, in my dream, everybody was sick. And then later in that dream, the number G109 was in my head. I, I told you there are so many numbers in these dreams this week. I don't know. So G109, and I have absolutely no idea what that means. Um, but I didn't see it. I the thought was repeating in my head while I was dreaming. So while I was dreaming, this number was repeating in my head. So like I said, I have no idea what that was. I was unconscious when I dreamt that. Okay, so I told you guys the dreams this week were just so weird. But this dream that I had last night on, um, I mean, it's the 30th today. I had this dream last night. It's really weird. Okay, and I'm sorry, but I mean, I didn't like choose to dream this. It just happened. So the first thing in my dream, um, was I saw this freeway. I saw a map. I was looking at a map, and on the map, I saw a freeway, and the name of the freeway, and I know this is weird, okay, but the name of the freeway was um, the Lone Star State Highway. Okay, so the Lone Star State is Texas. We know that. I think. I mean, I could be. I guess I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure. I think Texas is the Lone Star State. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for some reason, that was my thought. As soon as I woke up, I was like, okay, Texas is the Lone Star State. But I could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong about that. But that was just my first thought after I woke up. But in my dream, I'm looking at this freeway on a map, and the title of the freeway, I know it's so weird, but the title of the freeway that I saw in my dream said, the Lone Star State Highway. And then it had the number 10. I swear, I'm pretty sure I saw the number 10, which obviously may be the 10 freeway, except I don't think that I actually, I'm sorry, I didn't even look at a map, but I don't think that the 10 freeway. Hold on, let me actually go to Google Maps real quick. Okay, I take it back, you guys. I was wrong. The 10 freeway does go through Texas. Wow, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the 10 freeway went through Texas. Okay, so here's my dream. Um, so I saw a freeway. It said the Lone Star State Highway, and then I saw the number 10. Okay, it's got to be, and I knew that it was a freeway. I'm going to draw on here because I just want to show you guys what I saw in my dream, okay? It looked like this. It was like, okay, this was a freeway. It was thick, okay? It was like a thick highway. And I saw the number 10. And then I saw the title of it, which was Lone Star. I'm not going to draw it, okay, because I can't. It's too hard for me to draw with this thing. It was the Lone Star State Highway. Okay, then below that was a skinnier highway. Okay, this is the weird part, okay? This highway, the title of this highway was, I swear, you guys, this is such a weird dream. I've never had a dream like this. It's so weird. The title of this highway was, and this one is lonely too. Okay? Really weird, right? Really weird. And I swear to you, those of you that know me, like, I'm not like that. I don't do plays on words like that and stuff. I mean, this was such a weird dream. Okay. So the Lone Star State Highway 10, and this one's lonely too. Okay. So this was like a highway. This is a freeway, and this is a highway. Okay. Just weird. And this is how I saw it, and it was below this. Okay. Then I saw two cities like this. Okay, below this. So this is exactly what I saw in my dream. This freeway up here, this skinny highway right here, and then these two cities. And the names of the two cities, I can't remember exactly, but it was it was the same kind of weird play on words. The name of this city was right here, and it had like an exclamation point. So it was either right here or this one. I can't remember. And these are titles. These are actually titles that I read in my dream, which is just so weird. So like I said, I can't remember now the exact title because I was really focused on these titles right here because honestly I had to keep repeating it in my mind so that I would remember it after I woke up. So for some reason my consciousness, even in my dreams, knows that, okay, you got to remember this. This is important. You got to remember this. And so I'll repeat it over and over, but I was so focused on the title of these that I can't completely remember the exact titles of this, except that I remember it was something to the effect of this one, and it had an exclamation point, and then the next city said, the title of the city, or what I read said, and this one too. Sorry, I can't write with this thing. So this one was the title of this, and this one too, and it had an exclamation point. So I have no idea. I have no idea. And honestly, when I woke up, I didn't even think the 10 freeway went through Texas. I thought it went above. For some reason, I thought it went above Texas. So now I'm kind of freaking out because I didn't even know that. Okay. So, I mean, you guys know that my dreams are not just subconscious stuff. Like this, a lot of my dream stuff comes true later, and I can't figure it out. I don't know why. So, this was just a really, really weird dream. So, I had this dream last night. This is all I remember from the dream. This 10 freeway called the Lone Star State Highway. Then a highway just below that was called, and this one's lonely too, which is freaking weird. And then these two cities that said this one and this one too. Weird, right? So, I mean, here's the 10. I guess the 90 is a highway that's just below that. Let me see if I can focus in here. I mean, I don't see any other highway, but I mean, the 90 is the only thing that I see that runs parallel to the 10. But as far as like what the two cities are, I have no idea. It could be any two cities. And I have no idea what it meant because I didn't see anything else, or I don't remember anything else about the dream. I was so focused on trying to remember the numbers and the words that I can't remember. Actually, wait a second. Okay, I'll just tell you I do. Okay, I take it back. I do remember the last part of my dream when I woke up this morning, and it was a prison, and it was a weird kind of prison because it was just a room, and there were these mattresses on the floor. And okay, I'll just tell you, it's disturbing, and I just really, it was just a bunch of people in this room, but the room was was a prison, and it was being guarded by these men, and the people that were in the room were sitting on, they were like, there were like five people sharing one mattress kind of thing. And this person this woman was screaming for her baby, her daughter. She had a baby girl, and she was screaming for her daughter. It's disturbing, you guys. I didn't want to tell you this. I just her baby. She had a baby daughter, and I don't know. Anyway, that was the dream. Okay, I don't know if that has anything to do with this, because I don't remember if I think that that dream about the prison in that room, I think that that dream came way later. I think that was actually later in the night from this dream. So it might not even be the same dream, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just telling you guys that because I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be because, like, you guys remember that dream I had about the ice tsunami? I mean, I know it's so stupid. It's like, why did I dream about that? But I mean, that's just an example of like me seeing something in my dream, and I almost didn't even tell you guys about it because I didn't think it meant anything. But then later on, it turned out, oh, wow, it did mean something. That was the very thing that, and I can't tell you how many times that's happened where I think something in my dream is insignificant, but then it turns out that's the most important part of the dream. So that's why I tell you guys, uh, that's why I tell you, that's why I just told you that last part. But like I said, I don't know if, I don't know if that last dream about the prison in the room, I don't know if that has anything to do with this freeway and all that. I don't know. I hope not. I mean, oh my God. I hope that's not some real event that happened. I hope that that's just some kind of weird, you know. So I think some parts of my dreams are, obviously, I mean, some parts of dreams obviously are subconscious, but then other parts are not. It's just that I don't know which ones are going to come true or which ones are not going to come true. We know for a fact that some parts of my dreams come true. I don't know which parts. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm done. I'll let you guys go. I just felt like I needed to share that with you. Okay, so I'll let you go. Bye.